I said last year, or I said the last Olympics, as long as Adam Peaty continues, he'll win, barring an injury, because he's that dominant. And it's difficult to try and put it into context, really, that Adam Peaty, there might be a bit of maths here, but Adam Peaty's 2.5% faster than the next best person on the planet. 2.5%. It doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a lot. Within 2.5% of Usain Bolt, who everyone used to get really excited about, and I did. I love watching him. I mean, watching the fastest human being on the planet run is amazing. Within 2.5% of him, there's 8 other people. So it just shows you how dominant Adam is over the 100-metre breaststroke. And being over a second faster than the next person over an event which is 57 seconds, and 1 second you're faster, you're not losing. I mean, he can have a bad day and he still wins. The next one at the moment is a guy called Kaminga from Holland. He's just come on this year. Only the second man ever to go under 58 seconds. Can he keep improving? Possibly. And I think he will close the gap a little bit, but I can't see Adam being beaten, because also he's not standing still. That little kid inside you, the inner child that wants to just get better. When he was 11 years of age, he had the best time. When he first made the national team, he had the best time. His best time happens now to be the world record, but between him and his coach Mel Marshall, and she keeps him very grounded, they've got a real nice relationship. They're always looking at, I did try to look at the perfect swim. Was his world record the perfect swim? We'll never know until he retires. But they'll go back to the drawing board and look at those marginal gains from, and the two areas where he can really make a difference still, I believe, but it's obvious, is his start and his turn, because he's not very good at starting and turning, but some of that is just, you're born with it. The others just beat him by a margin, but his swim speed is just phenomenal. So if he gets those two areas, and he can improve an awful lot on those areas, if he keeps improving, he keeps getting faster. So he's this little kid, this little 11-year-old that wants to do a best time. That best time happens to be phenomenal.
What are you expecting?
We've always had some good swimmers, but at the moment it's the best I've seen the team, and I've been involved in swimming now. I made the national team 36 years ago, so I've been involved in swimming for a long time, and I've never seen the team look as good as it has. Yes, we've got Peaty leading the way, but Peaty's also now got Duncan Scott, who's #1 in the world this year, Molly Renshaw, 200 breaststroke, and #1 in the world this year, Tom Dean, #2 in the world this year, Ben Prowse, #1 in the world this year on the 50 freestyle. So we've got a lot of swimmers in a lot of different events. So yes, Adam is always going to be our flag bearer. We've got a few others that potentially could win at the Olympics, or they will pick up medals. The men's 4x2 freestyle relay, the men's 4x100 medley relay, they're #1 in the world at the moment as well. So from a swimming perspective, from my perspective, it's brilliant. I've got so many people to talk about. And with those role models, so to speak, hopefully more and more people will watch the sport, more and more people will want to become the next Adam Peaty, like they did with Chris Hoy. I'm sure there's some people that don't want it to happen. I'm sure there's an awful lot of people that do want it to happen. I know the athletes want it to happen, because once every 4 years for minority sport to shine, and when any swimmer gets into the sport, that is the pinnacle, that is what it's all about. So they want to go over there, they want to showcase it. Will it be the same without crowds? No. We've seen that with football this year. I've seen it at the European Championships this year. Hopefully they'll allow some people in. They might be just Japanese, people won't be travelling. But as long as it's kept safe, people get tested before they go, and they're put into a village environment, and everyone's kept social distance, everyone's tested before they go, it should be fine. And you talk about young, fit people. But also at some point, the world needs to get back to some sort of normality, which is letting things go ahead. Slowly, managing them, but things need to go ahead. So having sport going ahead and events going ahead shows a way out of where we are. Swimathon is about raising money for Marie Curie and Cancer Research UK. It's been going now for roughly 30 years and raised over £50 million. And the Swimathon is obviously swim-athon. Think of the marathon, what people do, the London Marathon, which is raising money for all sorts of charities by running a marathon. Within Swimathon, you get the opportunity to do a swimming distance, a swimming challenge, and you're raising money for causes around cancer.